Back in 2019, the General Conference decided to invest in a project called the Digital Evangelism Initiative. And this was a really difficult project to achieve because it involved hundreds of people from different parts of the world helping to deliver great content online that would help people find us, and then to build relationships with them so that we would help them find Jesus. And this complexity was too much for us, and we invited an expert in project management. His name is Arnaldo Oliveira, and we called him here to tell us how he did that. Arnaldo, welcome to GAiN.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be part of this year. And I'm very excited to share a little bit of what I've learned in the process in the past 2 years, really. And also a little bit of what we've been able to achieve so far.
You have helped to reshape the way that we achieve very complex projects and use people from different parts of the world. And you had some incredible insights at the time in helping us shape it. Could you share some of those with us, please?
Yeah, sure. So Sam, in the 20th century, the director or associate director was normally responsible for managing the projects of the department. This meant that some of the most qualified and experienced leaders in the Adventist church around the world would be called to the GC to lead a very small team of full-time employees at the GC building. The projects they developed would be submitted to their divisions, who would choose whether it was worth translating and passing it on to the unions. And next, the unions would then evaluate what to pass on to the conference, and that eventually the same would happen with the local conferences and church pastors. But then the internet changed everything, in particular Google, Facebook, and YouTube. And now the regular church member is more likely to find the global health ministry pages and channels of the General Conference, for example, than their local churches. And this created the absolute necessity for the General Conference to produce world-class digital content and manage all official channels with great efficiency and professionalism. But now how can this be done by the handful of staff of the departments at the General Conference? There are dozens of specialized skills needed to run such operations. We need from copywriters to video editors to search engine optimization people. So there are many different kinds of roles and specialized human resources that we would need to run the operation. And the answer was freelancers and project managers. And when the communications department asked me to help them to coordinate this large operation, I was currently working as a CFO of a private school in Brazil. And then I organized the operation in a way that hundreds of freelancers from across the world could work efficiently with as few meetings as possible. At the time, I continued working for the school as well as trying to help guide the process and we shaped the process through a few months. And we intentionally targeted locations with high density of Seventh-day Adventists, with good digital skills, and an economy that allowed the GC to hire as many freelancers as needed. And after a very long exploration of freelance platforms, the General Conference approved an enterprise account with Upwork.com. Upwork is the largest freelance platform in the world currently. But that still left us with a very large problem to resolve. How to manage hundreds of people without hiring a new employee. At first, we tried Trello, and then we moved to Rike. But the tool, the project management tool that really enabled our operation is called Monday.com. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples down the line so you understand how Monday works, and for you to understand a general overview of what is the project management processes we use to do all of that. Welcome to Monday.com. So Monday.com organizes itself using boards, and each of the boards represent either a project or a part of a project. This one, for instance, is a board we use to coordinate the creation of all the new pages that go into Adventist.org. And each board has 4 main tools that help you to structure your project, to structure your workflow in a way that makes it very clear and very easy for the team to use. For example, the first one is the use of columns. If you scroll to the right here, you can see there are many different columns here in this board, in this project. And by accessing the column center, you can use others to make your workflow as efficient and as beautiful as you can. From status columns that can help you to identify where people are with that particular stage of the project, to text columns, to links, which you can use to share files with people, to drop-down columns, people can pick options from, dependencies, formulas, you name it. By doing that, you can help people to have more visibility when it comes to the overall picture of a project. Because sometimes you might be working in a large project within a large team, but you don't fully understand how your part in the workflow can affect the rest of the team, can affect the rest of the project, simply because you can't see the bigger picture. But using the columns in a way that shows people the whole workflow can help them to know exactly how important that part of the workflow is. The other very important tool that Monday makes available for you within the board is the automations. And within the automation center, you can pick up from several types of different automations to help you speed up the process, to help you decrease the amount of manual work the team has to do. For example, you can ask Monday to set an automation to say when a content brief is ready, you can notify the next stage that they can start working. You can set up an automatic deadline. You can set that particular person to do that particular job. And when things get to the deadline, Monday can also send people reminders and to help them to understand what they need to do and when they need to do it. The other very important tool is the integration center. Via the integration center, you can use many apps to synchronize with your Monday board. I understand that sometimes to do our work, we have to use other platforms apart from the project management platforms we make available. So instead of having to feed two platforms manually, Monday.com will do that for you automatically. For example, let's say you're working on an item on a Monday board, and as soon as you click done, you can set up an automation to send a message via Slack notifying the team that that part of the work is done. Or when something is done, Monday can automatically create a new GitHub issue for you, or can send out an email to someone, or can send out a file, can create a new Google Doc for you. So there are many different things you can do with the integration center, either automatically using the APIs here directly from the platform, or creating your own manually, saving the team a lot of time. And the other very important tool is that sometimes you're working on a project that involves not only the core team of your department, but it may also involve freelancers, people who work for other ministries, for other institutions. And Monday allows you to invite people, as many people as you want, as guests into the Monday board. And that way, people still have visibility, the guests, they'll still have access to the information they want to have, and but you don't have to end up paying for a subscription for them, which saves you money as well. So in a nutshell, in my opinion, Monday.com saves you a lot of time through the automations. It helps people to be kept on track. It reminds people of when they need to do things and when. And that way they don't need to be worrying of what needs to be done before them or what needs to be done after them for the project to be delivered. They just need to concentrate on their single task and when they need to do it. And also saves you time because you don't need to be emailing people, reminding them of what they need to do. Monday will do all of that for you automatically. So by taking advantage of these four tools, the column center, the automations, the integration, and the possibility to invite guests into the board, you can give people visibility, you can help people to collaborate more efficiently and enjoy the work as they do it.
Arnaldo, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I hope it's been incredibly helpful to the people that are attending GAiN this year as we all try to deliver on projects. Thank you.